The enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Stop blaming others for choices you made. You cause the consequences from your actions. The only way that you're not responsible is if you were threatened or made to do what you did. Everything is not always because of what someone else did to you. Some things are from choices you made and caused yourself. Some people want to blame everything on the police, but there are some polices that aren't bad and do truly care about people. You must also know that when you do things that are wrong and are breaking laws, you're going to have to deal with the consequences from what you have done. So stop falling for the tricks of the enemy. Jails are nothing but modern day slavery, created by criminals that break the laws themselves every day. How is it that they are supposed to be in any type of leadership, whether it be that you're a police, a judge, security, president, preacher, lawyer, teacher, whatever career it may be in that you're supposed to be leading someone, whatever it is that you may supposed to be leading someone. Once again, I repeated that. Knowing that you are not doing right yourself. So how could you lead someone when you're not doing right yourself? If some of the people who get locked up start to come together and speak up for some of the things that are wrong that they do to them when they do get in jail, things would change. Rapists and those murdering for no reason belong in a mental institution, because what is jail going to do? They are going to just go in jail and rape and murder in there. So jail really is not helping them. And there are so many innocent people in jail for something they were threatened and made to do, or they didn't even do it all. And most of the time, it's the crooked police that have people doing wrong by threatening them. And I know this because my dad is a retired lieutenant, and he was crooked and is crooked. I'm speaking about this because him and other family members made me and my son do things and threatened both me and my son. And this started when we were both children, all the way up until adulthood. God told me to speak on this, so I'm doing it, no matter how nobody feels about it. There were many times I myself called the police on my dad and the person that was supposed to be my mom, and also family members that did stuff or that were doing stuff to us, but they were let go free. All because of who my dad was or who my dad is. And to me, I don't care who you are. If you are doing wrong, wrong is wrong. There were many times I was left by him and her to fend for myself as a little child in elementary school. And no child should have to fend for themselves. No child should. Then once my son came along, they mistreated him. I always fought. And I think that's the reason what made them not like me, because I was always somebody that spoke up, because they don't like people that speak up to them and tell them, that they're wrong. So I feel like it's so ignorant for people to take advantage of children. And I can say this because it was done to me and my son. So the things that I post on my channel, I post it because I've gone through it, or somebody that gave me permission to post it. I've been sitting on this for some days, you know, and I've been wanting to talk about my situation for a long, long time, or even write a book, but I think it's easier for me to talk about it. And people did stuff to my son and me, knowing he had an intellectual disability. Therefore, he didn't understand. But I am here as his mother to stand up for him against anyone, the devil himself. I need to stand up. And I'm doing it and have always done it because God has my back and my son's back. I am so happy to see some of these celebrities put away because I know for a fact that they did it. My son and I were born into a family of crooks, rapists, and thieves, murderers for no reason. Just go and just do stuff to people for no reason. And to me, it's not cool. But we have some good family that have always been there to help and protect us as much as they could. And people would hurt them when they was trying to protect us. And that's so stupid to me. That's very, very stupid. You see, since I was a child that always loved God and I spoke up, it was very hard to get me to do things unless you drugged me or tied me up, as that has happened to me as a child and an adult. I was held hostage and everything. So when my son was born, they went after him. And it's crazy how when the devil can't get to you, he will go after your children or someone that you love dearly. You see, the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. We have both gone through things as a child and as adults. It's when I chose not to be afraid anymore as a child and as an adult that they started to mistreat me. People have tried to abduct us both when we were in school, elementary school and middle school, and even me in high school. But I decided to homeschool my son from 8th grade through 12th grade because he was being mistreated so much. We both were bullied and mistreated by some of the teachers and the faculty in school. And some of the teachers or faculty that did try to help us was literally hurt. So when I hear some stories like saying that people did stuff or doing stuff to kids in school, I know that it's true because I went through it in school. This caused me as a child to no longer speak up, which is why when I became an adult, people were able to rape me. And I got raped as a child. And my son was raped as a child. I was afraid to speak up because when I did, things were done to me as a child, or they would hurt the person that tried to help me. Imagine as a child being raped on multiple occasions and still having to live or go to the home of the person who did that to you as an adult and as a child. And my father knew about it. I have even been touched by the person that was supposed to be my mom since I've been in a wheelchair. And I've been in a wheelchair since 2012. She was supposed to be helping bathe me, but instead of her trying to help bathe me, I was falling asleep in the bathtub because I couldn't do a lot for myself at the time. And she's sitting up there trying to do stuff to me in the bathtub with her fingers. And I'm so glad that my little sister, which she's adopted, and my son was there so I could tell them. I have faced the devil himself. So what I want anyone who have gone through things like this to know. Or so I have faced the devil himself. So what I want everyone to know, Now is I am not afraid, and I'm not scared anymore. I wasn't afraid or scared as a child. I always spoke up, but people did stuff to me. So that's what made me stop speaking up when people did stuff to me. But people want to say that stuff didn't happen to people. We know what happened to us. We don't have no lie. It's plenty of people that know stuff happened. They were with us when people was chasing after us and everything. So it's a lot of people that know that it happened. I will defend me and my son and my grandchildren. I will be 50 soon, and my son will be 28 soon. And yes, he has a set of twins who are 19. But this happened due to him being forced to be let to me forced being forced to let him go spend time with his father when his father wasn't even spending the time with him. He was taking him or dropping him out to people in his family that I didn't even know. And so therefore a grown woman raped him at 9 years old. And why should I have to go through, my child having to go through something like that? That's really stupid. All because my daddy and family members and defects or whoever, it was family members at defects doing stuff to us to where I couldn't get his milk. I couldn't, when he was little, it would be times I couldn't get his milk. I couldn't get food stamps. And this is because I always been sick since I was little, because I was diagnosed with lupus at 8 or 9 years old. So I've been sick off and on all my life. Nobody should have to go through these things. It just doesn't make any sense. Some of them whom I didn't know, his father left him with someone that molested him. And this wouldn't have happened, like I said, if his father had been doing what he was supposed to do as a father, which he should have been watching him. This happened when his father was supposed to have him with him. He was molested by an adult at the age of 9 years old. I was also molested by 2 family members as a child. We have both been through so much that our lives seem like a movie. But we haven't given up, and we won't ever give up.